This is Epic Book Recaps, a podcast that offers complimentary audio summaries of influential nonfiction books, making learning a smarter experience. The Male Brain by Louann Brizendine. Forget what you've heard about men being simpler than women. That idea is way out of tune and should be left in the comedy club. Whoever claims that men are just driven by their sexual impulses is missing a big piece of the puzzle. The male brain is a fascinating journey that goes through various stages like the curious explorer stage, the energetic toddler stage, the restless and sleep-deprived teenager stage, the passionate and bonding mate stage, the nurturing father stage, the ambitious, hierarchy-obsessed stage, the emotionally seeking quick fix stage. Understanding these different phases is crucial to breaking sexist stereotypes and exploring the beautiful biological differences between genders. It's a chance for men to truly understand themselves and control their impulses. And for women, it opens up a whole new world of insight into the mysterious male nature, promoting empathy and understanding in their relationships. So let's ditch the old stereotypes and focus on who people truly are, regardless of gender. This summary is your key to building deeper connections with yourself and your loved ones. Use it wisely, my friends. In the thrilling journey of a young lad's first year, he embarks on a sensational stage known as infantile puberty. This magical time is fueled by the mighty hormone testosterone, which propels his active development. Brace yourselves, because during this period, his testosterone levels soar to heights even an adult man would envy. But hold on tight, because after this exhilarating adventure, the next 10 years usher in the juvenile pause. Now, let's dive into the extraordinary markers of this phase. Unleashed disobedience, ferocious competitiveness, the fascinating world of penis play. But wait, there's more. At a mere 7 months old, baby boys can already read their mother's emotions through her facial expressions. However, by the time they hit the 1-year mark, they become masters of selective hearing. Their brains prioritize their own desires over the dread of punishment, rendering parental warnings about no-nos utterly useless. Brace yourselves, parents, because at this age, boys receive twice as many scoldings as girls. Yet, they fearlessly break the rules, going the extra mile to get their way. Here's a parenting insight. When it comes to raising boys, rewards reign supreme over punishment, and the adventure continues in their playful escapades. Boys revel in the thrill of testing their strength against others. But hold your gasps, because competition isn't limited to physical fights alone. Oh no! Boys sometimes engage in friendly competitions to determine who can burp or fart the loudest. While this may perplex their mothers, they can't help but notice that fathers partake in this peculiar entertainment with as much enthusiasm as their 5-year-old sons. Perhaps it's a universal male bond, transcending age and time. Now let's talk about the captivating relationship boys have with their private parts. Little lads have a natural inclination to hold on to and explore their mighty manhood. Their brilliant brains reward them for this exploration. But parents, listen closely. It's crucial not to shame or scold your son for this innocent curiosity. Instead, enlighten him gently, explaining that such intimate moments are best reserved for privacy. And just like that, the juvenile pause gracefully exits the stage at the age of 11, paving the way for the next thrilling chapter in a boy's life: puberty. Brace yourselves, for this marks the dawn of multiple changes in his mind and body. Ah yes, the unmistakable teenage odor, a tantalizing blend of sweat and pheromones. This aromatic symphony, fueled by surging testosterone, is the surest sign of his extraordinary transformation. Many parents often find themselves puzzled as they watch their sons act disinterested and bored with everything, thinking it's just an attempt to be cool among their teenage peers. But let me tell you, dear parents, it's not all an act. These boys are genuinely bored. It seems that very few things can light up the pleasure and reward centers in their developing brains. And no, Studying, cleaning, or spending time with relatives are definitely not on that list. Now let's talk about role models. Teenagers need someone outside of the family to provide them with fresh perspectives. They crave independence like nothing else and can't stand the rules and restrictions imposed by us adults. It's in their nature, you see. Throughout history, their audacity and fearlessness have led to incredible breakthroughs. They reject conventional wisdom and seek innovative solutions to problems, which often bring success. But wait, there's a crucial point to consider. The adolescent brain has two key systems responsible for regulating behavior: an activating system that pushes for immediate action, and an inhibiting system that assesses risks and selects the safest option. Seems simple, right? Gas pedal and brake pedal. But here's the twist. The inhibitory system in teenage boys takes its sweet time to develop, usually around the age of 20. So imagine this. Teenagers only have a gas pedal, and their brakes might not be fully functional. To make matters more interesting, the activating system in their brains gets a double boost when surrounded by peers, especially in the company of fellow lads. It's like a surge of euphoria, leaving little room for caution. Studies reveal that boys are statistically more likely to engage in unnecessary risky behaviors when in groups of boys. And you know what that means? More accidents waiting to happen. It's no surprise that car rental companies have age restrictions. They're just patiently waiting for these young folks to develop their brakes, metaphorically speaking. Here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that boys typically experience their first inkling of sexual attraction and those fleeting fantasies around the ages of 11 or 12? Quite an eye-opener, isn't it? In the realm of male affection, love follows a captivating choreography. It all starts with a glorious surge of dopamine in the central hub of the brain, sending his spirits soaring and filling him with delightful anticipation. 2. Next, the nucleus accumbens springs into action, the conductor of pleasure and anticipation. 3. As the dance progresses, dopamine joins forces with the mating hormones testosterone and vasopressin, igniting euphoria and tender affection. 4. With each intimate encounter, the caudate nucleus illuminates, etching his beloved's image into his memory with intricate precision. Having traversed the stages of attraction, a man's mind intertwines passion and belonging with a singular woman. But beware, the dread of losing her or facing rejection can intensify his attachment, stirring up his possessive instincts. To find the perfect partner, harmonize the desires of your mind and body. In the realm of physicality, everything becomes equally captivating. When two souls share their inaugural kiss, their brains exchange vital clues about health and genetic compatibility, cleverly encoded in their saliva. The sweetness of the kiss hints at their compatibility. The male warrior may rise without overt sexual arousal, guided by subconscious signals. However, true arousal for men typically commences with alluring thoughts or vivid mental visions that ignite a fiery rush of blood to the nether regions. For both men and women to revel in the joys of lovemaking, the ability to find solace and tranquility, quieting the brain's anxious, controlling, and shameful centers, is essential. Stress, extreme fatigue, altered states of consciousness, or certain medical conditions can obstruct a man's ability to rise to the occasion or achieve climax. These same adversaries can also lead to premature finales. It's not uncommon for most men to face this predicament at least once in their lifetime, but it's crucial not to let it become a source of mental anguish. Hormones in the brain and the mighty member are the essence of manhood. Fun fact: on average, men envision a thrilling 14 sexual partners in their lifetime, while women tend to favor the exquisite company of 1 or 2. The often overlooked paternal instinct, a hidden world of hormonal transformations and love that begins even before birth. While we're all familiar with the term maternal instinct, let's not forget about the incredible changes men undergo during their wives' pregnancies. It's like a romantic dance of hormones, where men and women breathe in the air of parenthood. Picture this. Pregnant women exude pheromones. these magical chemical substances that affect their partner's hormones. And guess what? Men have their own pheromones too. These invisible signals help create a beautiful symphony of hormonal adjustments. Testosterone levels drop, making space for a surge of parenting hormone prolactin. Isn't that amazing? But it doesn't end there. This journey brings a whirlwind of emotions for men. Uncertainty, anxiety, and even panic can creep in, sending them into a frenzy of nesting. Yup, that's right, nesting. Suddenly they're on a mission to create the perfect home, stock up on essential items, and make repairs. It's like a superhero transformation, fueled by their deep desire to prepare for their little one's arrival. And let's not forget about the bond that begins before birth. The baby starts responding to the sound of the father's voice with those adorable little kicks. Daily interactions with the newborn strengthen this connection, forming powerful attachment neural circuits in the father's brain. It's like falling in love all over again, with a hormonal rush that rivals those early dating days. Skin-to-skin contact and eye contact become magical moments, triggering the release of oxytocin. This hormone binds the entire family together, creating an unbreakable bond. It's like a love potion that makes everyone feel all warm and fuzzy inside. But here's the thing, men need to be just as involved in parenting as women. In those first few months, their low testosterone levels give them superhuman hearing abilities. They become more responsive to their baby's cries and needs, stepping up to the challenge with their newfound sharpness. And when that little bundle of joy starts taking those wobbly first steps, the man's hormonal system returns to its pre-parenthood state. It's like the end of a beautiful chapter, but the love and memories created during this journey will last a lifetime. So let's celebrate the incredible world of paternal instinct, where men transform, love grows, and families are bound together in a symphony of hormones and joy. Men go through their own version of menopause, known as andropause, where their hormones go on a wild roller coaster ride. Testosterone takes a nosedive, while estrogen production decides to skyrocket. It's like a throwback to their carefree days before puberty hit. And boy, does it show. During this transformation, men become more zen-like. Patience becomes their middle name, and anger takes a hike. The need to dominate and prove their macho status suddenly loses its luster. They're not afraid to wear their hearts on their sleeves and show vulnerability. And don't even get me started on hugs. They become more precious than gold. Young bucks are all about aggression and defense, but as men mature, their brains decide to kick back and relax. They become more in tune with oxytocin, that magical hormone that brings out their empathetic side. It's like they're finally embracing their full emotional potential. And guess what? As men and women approach menopause, their hormonal makeup becomes closer than ever. Talk about leveling the playing field. It's a shame that some men think emotional attachment is a sign of weakness. But hey, it's all part of our survival instincts. Our brains are wired to feel loneliness as intensely as physical pain, pushing us to avoid social isolation. Back in the day, being kicked out of the tribe meant certain death. Even now, being alone can shave off a couple of years from your life expectancy. Loneliness is no joke, my friends, but fear not, gentlemen. There's hope for a longer, healthier life. It all boils down to love and family. Having a strong and loving relationship with your partner can work wonders for your stress levels, blood pressure, and heart health. Love is the ultimate healer, my friends. So if you want to make the most out of this crazy ride called life, remember the golden rules. Sleep like a baby, stay fit and strong, ditch the tobacco, and find yourself a loving partner and stick with them. Trust me, it's your best shot at a long and fulfilling existence. Unlock the power of your brain and embrace the hormonal harmony. By delving deep into the male mind and its amazing physiological responses, men can conquer their urges, master their emotions, and revolutionize their communication styles. And guess what? The ladies can benefit from this mind-blowing knowledge too. It's a surefire way to feel truly understood and dodge the devaluation of your experiences. Bid farewell to conflicts and pressure caused by unrealistic expectations. When we grasp the essence of both genders, we unlock the secret to intimacy and compassion, paving the way for a society that's not just tolerant, but flourishing. Ready to take the plunge? Start by spilling the beans about your gender journey to your trusted confidants. Let's normalize seeking the guidance of both doctors and psychotherapists during those roller coaster hormonal changes. It's time to embrace your authentic self and embark on a life filled with understanding, acceptance, and prosperity.